Good evening, folks. Ari here from Direct Auto Outlet in Fair Oaks, California. I've got this 2001 Toyota Camry for you today, and this will be a test drive and driving impression video of this vehicle as we get it on the road, put it through its paces, and take you along with us for the ride so that you can see and hear everything that we see and hear. And we also do have an in-depth walk-around video of this vehicle where we go through the ins and outs, show you all the good, bad, and the ugly, and then there's a fair amount of all those things in there. We point out all the dings, all the imperfections, all the dents, all the faded paint, everything else that you can imagine. We point it all out in the walk-around video, so make sure you catch that video. We'll include links to both videos in the description portion of the ad, anywhere you see this vehicle for sale. Without further ado, we'll go and hop on in and go for a test drive. Last thing we have to do with this vehicle is there is a taillight that's burnt out. A 2-filament tail light. One of the filaments are burnt out, so we have a bulb coming tomorrow morning, but we wanted to bring this video to you as early as possible, as fast as possible. These inexpensive vehicles, sub $5,000, under $5,000, they typically don't last long, especially when they're nice one-owner vehicles like this with a clean Carfax vehicle history report. Timing belt on this vehicle was just done just over 3,000 miles ago as well. And this is, again, a one-owner vehicle with a clean Carfax vehicle history report. Furthermore, I actually purchased this vehicle from the original owner. I got to meet them, and older couple, and they were an absolute pleasure to work with. So nice, so generous, so sweet. One of the nicest customers we've had in a very, very long time. We've all had stories about Camrys. We've all been around them. We've all had experiences with them, and many of us have owned them in the past, so we know their reputation for reliability, dependability, and longevity. 146,000 miles this vehicle has. It's got 44 detailed service records in the Carfax vehicle history report. So if you do the math, 246,000 miles divided by 44, that's just over 5,500 miles at a time. So this vehicle was serviced on average every 5,500 miles. Sorry about the glare, folks. Horrible time of day to do this, but again, wanted to get this video done before I go home, get it out online, and bring it to you as fast as possible. One of the best things about this vehicle is just how well it drives. I've driven this car on 4 or 5 occasions, and every time I drive it, it blows my mind how nice it is, how well it performs. Air conditioning is blowing ice cold, tires are great, brakes are great, heat works, power windows and locks work, power mirrors work. This vehicle is just in great shape mechanically. As a matter of fact, if I had to pick 5 things that I hate about it, or don't like about it, or don't love about it, hate is such a strong word, they probably all consist of cosmetic things on the exterior. You know, this vehicle has not lived in a time capsule. It's been parked outside many of times. It's been exposed to the elements. It's got some fading on the paint. It's got some dullness to the finish. But the interior is absolutely gorgeous, as you can see. Also, no pet hair, no smoke odor, headliner in gorgeous condition, all electronics in gorgeous condition, and all working condition as well. And 246,000 miles. I know it's a lot of miles, but if you're ever going to consider that kind of miles, a Toyota Camry would be one that you would consider it with. Vehicle tracks straight. It accelerates smooth, and the transmission on these Camrys are one of the smoothest shifting transmissions you will ever experience. My wife owned a Camry when she wasn't my wife. When we first met, she actually had a Camry. It was only about, I want to say, 5 years older than this one, and she always talks about how smooth her transmission was and how smooth the entire car was. We're big Toyota fans in our household because we've had so much great experience with them. This next road over here has a lot of rough surfaces, potholes, and this really puts the suspension through its paces. This vehicle feels tight, feels well put together. The front end is not loose. I don't feel any excessive movement in the control arms, ball joints, sway bar links, tie rod ends. Everything feels nice and tight. Vehicle breezed through smog without an issue just a couple of days ago. Folks, I would put gas in this car and drive it anywhere. That's how much faith I have in this car, and faith I have in the folks that I got this car from. This next road over here, folks, will make a 0 to 60 acceleration run from a complete stop, and as you can see, we have our air conditioning going, and we'll be going up a hill, so we will be putting maximum load on this vehicle. This vehicle is by no means fast, so get a book. You know, make yourself comfortable. We'll get to 60 eventually. Here we go. Zoom in on the cluster and go. About 50% throttle, 60% throttle, 70% throttle. Oh yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. And at 60, we made it. Hope that wasn't too boring for you. Folks, performance was not high on the priority list for Toyota, in the Camry model at least, when this vehicle was made. So again, you know, it's not fast by any means, but I would say it's enough. And it's got a very low gearing ratio. When you're on the freeway, you're at very smooth RPMs. Engine does not rev extremely high when you're on the freeway. Very smooth, very quiet. This is the kind of vehicle you cruise with. You don't need to get to 0 to 60 in 5 seconds or 6 seconds. Just enjoy the trip in this vehicle. Enjoy the fact that you'll be staying out of the mechanic shop. Folks, if you're picky as far as cosmetics go, you know, I wouldn't say that this vehicle is an eyesore by any means, but it's not pristine. It's not as pristine as it is mechanically, cosmetically. But if you want a vehicle that you can depend on, cost you under $5,000, get you where you need to go, and you can probably drive 10-15 years, make it look like it's been to hell and back, and probably still get most of your money back. Look no further. This is it. Go turn the stereo down just so we don't get hit with the copyright stuff. Folks, as we make our way back, I do want to emphasize that we do have affordable nationwide shipping and transport services available as well for those of you who are shopping from out of town or out of state. Extended warranties are available, believe it or not. They have lots of restrictions on these older vehicles and they are a little expensive, but you know, they're available. Give us a call, we'll get you a quote. Trade-ins are also welcome. And folks, if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, anything that wasn't covered in the ad or the videos, please feel free to give me a call and get me directly by dialing area code 916-765-7575. You can also find us 24/7, 365 days a year on our website, which is www.directautooutlet.com. Folks, as we make our way back to the lot here, I do want to take this opportunity to thank you for joining us and spending your valuable time with us. We certainly do appreciate you, and we appreciate it. We hope to be able to see you at the lot here very soon. We look forward to interacting with each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful day. Take care now. Bye-bye.